Hi, it's Nicole for Simple Stories, and today I am cutting into the new Classic Mouse Happiest Place collection. This one is full of vibrant, fun, playful type of imagery. I have not documented my Disneyland trip, which at this point, 8 years old. It's okay, I'll get there eventually. I went to those photos and I had done the road trip to California. And so I decided that the next sort of stop in that storytelling journey was meeting up with the friends that we were going to Disney with. And so I pulled, I think I've got 5 photos here. I paired them with a sketch. Now, the sketch had 4 photos, so I needed to get a little creative with how to add that 5th photo. And you can see I'm punching it out here with a circle punch. And I did strategically format that photo when I printed it, knowing that it would get covered up with pattern paper. And this just saved me from having to print that one small image on a separate sheet of paper. So that was just a way to kind of conserve photo paper when I was printing. I took one of the papers from the Coordinating Basics pack. They have these like tone on tone grids on one side of them and like a bokeh effect on the other. So I took this pale aqua grid style one. Then I'm going to start working on this center kind of belly band banner strip area here in the middle. And I went for the yellow tone on tone ticket pattern. And then I'm going to take this multicolored stripe and just cut some thin strips to kind of edge this area. And this is where I'm going to build a bunch of circles that were depicted on the sketch that I chose. For some reason, the last few layouts that I've been making, which are going to be shared on my channel in the next couple weeks, circles just were calling my name. And I find that funny because I tend to just kind of go super linear. And for whatever reason, I just kept finding myself drawn to sketches and inspiration pieces that had a lot of circular elements on them. And this ended up working out really well because you're going to see here in a second when I pull in I believe it's the icon stickers. There are 2 stickers that are circular, almost the exact same size that I have punched that photo out with. And one of them has a Mickey, one of them has a Minnie, and they face into each other. And for me, that's kind of like chef's kiss when you get things that are facing like different directions. You can kind of see them here on the edge of my screen. So I'm going to take some circle dies and kind of figure out how many are going to fit on this band. And the sketch also includes a larger circle element that you can kind of build your title on or nestle your journaling into. So I am thinking about placement for that as well. I want to make sure that that's not covering my photo and that it's not covering either of the 2 stickers with the characters. So I'm just going to make sure that the 2 circles that are kind of half hidden behind this larger circle are ones that I am punching out of pattern paper. I wanted to bring in some of the pink because the girls were very, like, one of them's wearing pink. My daughter has her pink backpack. So I wanted to find a way to pull in some pink, and the 6x8 paper pad has a extra B-side pattern in there. So that was a perfect way to kind of bring in that pink element. I punched the same star pattern that I used to cover up the section of my photo grid, which again has a photo punched out behind that. Nobody's ever going to see it. And then my journaling is going to end up over there. So just kind of taking a look, making sure that my characters are going to fit. I'm going to take some foam adhesive and pop them up. I want to make sure that they have, a stronger presence compared to like the pattern paper circles. This is one of those ones where sometimes a design element might look like it's going to be harder. So something like circles, triangles, that type of thing. Sometimes I look at them and I think it's going to take longer, and then it ends up being, I don't know, kind of a quicker process. And I think having some of these pre-designed elements like those stickers really sped it up for me, kind of keeping my photos in this collage style sped up that process as well. But you're still getting a lot of the different pattern papers, a lot of the fun elements that we see in Happiest Place. So that's kind of really fun. I This one, I'm telling you guys, I kept looking at everything and there was just too many things. I decided to omit or stay away from things that to me read more inside the park. We didn't go to the park until the following day. So I'm going to first figure out how to build my title. And I grabbed this die cut that has a phrase and I cut off the additional phrase so that I could just have the word again. And I'm going to pair it with the other die cut that had the word together by itself so that it's going to read together again. And then I'm just going to build things kind of around that. So once I got that in place, I went back to those icon stickers and these frames just kept catching my eye. And that's usually an indication for me that I need to go ahead and use it. Otherwise, I am somebody who will hoard something waiting for the quote unquote perfect project instead of using it on the current project that's, drawing the interest for it. So the last few years have tried to really lean into don't save it, use it. You're always going to find something. Something's always going to work. So if you find yourself kind of, trying to hoard something, go ahead and use it. I promise it looks better done and on a layout when you can go look at it than it does kind of waiting for the perfect project. I did go ahead and cut down a border sticker and added it up at the top just to kind of give a little bit more detail and interest up there. So it wasn't just a plain edge to my photos. And then I'm going to go back to the die cuts because when I looked at the back of them, I saw this little envelope and there was a couple die cuts in there that I was like, I bet you these fit inside this envelope. And sure enough, there's a couple of them that do. I did kind of go through and look and see what else was in here. And I was loving these arrows. Some of them are straight, some of them are curved. They come in the different colors with the collection. And I felt like this was a good way to bring in something that was different than the circles, but still kind of played into that kind of curvature design. And so I pulled out a couple of those just to remind myself that I wanted to go back to those. I went ahead, typed up my journaling, formatted it to fit onto the die cut, ran it back through my printer, and I'm going to go ahead and figure out placement for how deep I want it to be in the envelope. I did cut off a little bit of overhang that was kind of at the bottom of the envelope. I really want it to look like it's in a contained envelope. So I did go ahead and just put some liquid glue around the edges of that so that it wouldn't wiggle around. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach it down here in this lower corner. I still want to see some of that pattern paper that I've got. And then I'm going to bring in that third like film strip frame and kind of tuck it back in there. I don't want to leave it behind. If I'm going to use something that I think I might hoard, I'm going to use all of them. I'm going to go ahead and add foam adhesive to some of these arrows as well. I really love these. These I could have an entire pack of and be so happy. I love when companies do a really good job of kind of giving you really big pieces all the way down to these like really small details. Going back to those die cuts because at this point I'm like, okay, 2 is cute. More would be better. And then I'm still kind of trying to decide, is my title done or do I think I can find something that is like long, skinny, and maybe a bright color that I can kind of include underneath the title as well. And as I'm digging through stuff, I'm also kind of trying to think, okay, what else can I put over by the journaling? Just kind of what is catching my attention, what's drawing my eye. I thought I could end up using that little like ticket stub that had Mickey on it, but I didn't want to cover too much of him up, so that did not make it onto the layout. But I did find this like aqua, it kind of reminds me of like a seal or like a certification seal. I just thought it was really cute. It kind of mimics more of that round circular design that I have going on in the center of the layouts. I felt like that was a really good, kind of detail to tuck in there. I also went with a circular shaped die cut that I think it says date. I'm not going to put the date on it, but I promise. I did not specifically date this layout, but it is a sister layout to a layout that has a date on it. So I know exactly where this goes in my albums. So no worry to my date crew that looks out for me to make sure that I date my layouts. I love you guys. I am going to the adhesive brads to kind of bring in even more of those circular elements. For somebody who typically tends to stay away from circles, I was just really embracing them today, and I wasn't really sure where this layout was going when I started. By the time I finished it, I actually really liked it. At first, I thought, it's kind of simple, but then the more I added to it, the more kind of small, specific details that I added to it, like those little tiny circular flowers that was kind of mimicking the circles, but kind of bringing in the femininity of the little girls, like, you know, cute stuff. At the end of the day, it's all just cute stuff. I kept going back to those arrows. Those arrows just, they have my heart. I am a little scared that the next time I pull this out, how many are going to be left, because I think I only really stuck to the sticker sheet and the one die cut pack today. Normally I'm straight for the foam stickers, but I didn't get into them today. So the next time I pull this out, I'm probably going to see what other elements in this collection have those fun little arrows. So with that, my layout is complete. There is an accompanying blog post for this over on Simple Stories website. I will link it down below in the description box. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you're new and you have yet to subscribe, I would love for you to join me and check out these recommended videos in case you want to stick around and watch some more. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.